Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk
Good
to
morning.
us about your experience of receiving an organ.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's okay. I'm fine.
Okay, that's good. So to begin talking about your experience, what was your initial thought when you first heard the
Mhm.
news that you needed an organ transplant? I mean, I can imagine how difficult it must have been to hear something like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the initial reaction was a lot of confusion whether or what to do, how to go for the transplant. Because the problem is we cannot be able to lead a normal life without going for the transplant. So the once you have been identified that you are having a CKD or been suffering from a CKD, your kidneys are not working and your creatinine goes up. So either you have to opt for dialysis. So you know the dialysis, how tedious process is dialysis, very painful affair. And getting long dialysis is also is not a good for the patients for going for, in future for transplant. So I uh, was knowing for this dialysis is extremely process. I have to go constant visit to the doctors, goes to hospitals, you know. So that's why that was my initial reaction to go for the transplant directly
Okay.
rather than going for a long dialysis process. So when then doctors also identified that my creatine level went up to more than 8 level. So they also suggested me. So I also falling a lot of dizziness, feeling a lot of tiring, you know, unable to work, unable. I have to stop my job. I was working abroad. Then I have to came back for my checkups. Then without family support, we cannot go for the transplant also. So I had to make my family understand that
Oh.
so I cannot look after my family. I cannot look after my kids. So there was a lot of confusions and problems there. So that time I thought, okay, then the transplant is the best option. So that's how I come to conclusions. That was my reactions.
So could you give us a little background about how you found out that you know, needed a transplant and what, I mean, just a background about the condition.
Condition was, that my creatine level went up,
Okay.
and I was feeling a lot of tiring. I've been tired very soon. I cannot work for a long time. You know, so that was the stage when I went to visit a doctor and they take the necessary, BP shoot up.
Oh,
So that was the reason. So yeah, so then the doctor identified that I have BP, high BP. Then that was the reason. Then they gone for further checkups. They come to conclusion that my kidney, both of the kidneys are damaged, and there is no other option to go for the transplant.
so before this experience, did you have any idea about organ donation? Did you know much about it?
Yeah, basically I was working in a pharmaceutical background. I was,
Okay.
exposure of marketing, pharma marketing. So little bit I had some knowledge about the transplant because I was selling medicine. So you know the root cause of all the medicines. What you said. So that leads me. That helped me a lot initially. Then I had to done a lot of research on net also.
Okay.
So then that helped me a lot. Then organ transplants, basically I didn't had any donor, relative donor.
Okay.
And the cadaver transplant, it is a very tedious process.
Yes.
You will never know it will happen in 1 year, 2 years, 7 years. So, as I have to look after my family soon, after taking care of my kids, taking care of my family. So I opted for organ transplant rather than going for a long dialysis process. Then waiting period of this cadaver is very long. You may find it very soon, or you have to find proper bodies. You have to get their relatives acceptance also. That also will fetch a lot of time. So I don't want to wait too long. So that's why I opted for organ transplant.
Okay. So before your experience, were you open to the idea of organ donation or like organ transplants? Were you open to that? What were your thoughts about it? Since you did know a little bit
Yes,
about
I
it.
was. Uh, Yeah, I was open. I was open the idea of the organ donation because I said, I didn't have any related donor. My mom and dad has expired in 2010, and my operation has been done on 2013, and I don't have any brothers or sisters.
Okay.
So there is no other option rather than going out for the organ donation from an outside person.
Okay.
So I opted for this voluntary donation organizations. I was lucky enough that I was being in the state of Kerala. So in that period, there was not a stringent process. So the doctors given me a letter which I put in the newspaper.
Oh.
So I get some voluntary donation.
Oh. Okay.
So that's how I come across this process.
Okay. So as you
That
mentioned,
was
your
that gave me my idea.
okay. So as you mentioned, you that waiting for an organ from the waiting list is a very tedious process, and it's so uncertain that it may take 1 year, it may take
Mhm.
7 years. Why do you think that's the case in our
7
country?
years, yes.
Why do you think there's such a long wait?
That is because the government regulations are very yeah, because the government regulations are very strict, and there are a lot of fraudulent activities are also going on in this country. So so government also made the regulations so strict that it is very difficult to get a organ donor, and then the people mindset also has to be changed. So the people mindset is that this will not happen to us; it will happen to only the other persons.
Mm.
So they are least bothered.
The organ
So that is the
donation,
difficult process.
yeah, the rate in India is very low. Like it's 8 in 1 crore. So there's a huge
Yes,
disparity between supply and demand, if in simple terms you want to say. The availability
very
and
true.
the amount of people who need it is huge. I mean, in lakhs, people in lakhs need organs, but only hundreds donate. So it
Donate.
makes, yeah, and fraudulent activities are also very prevalent in India, the black market and things like that. And definitely, again,
Exactly.
mindset plays such a huge role.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
so, as you mentioned, you received a kidney around 6 to 7 years ago. So, I mean, that must have been a really life changing
Mhm.
experience. Could you walk us through your
Yes,
journey?
yes, of course. Yeah, the experience was quite. Um, can you come back to the question? What was it?
Uh, could you just walk us through your experience, through the journey of how you received the organ and
Yes, yes. So uh, initially, I don't want to go for the dialysis. Basically. That was because I understand that it was a painful affair, and going twice a week for dialysis. Huh? So the regular hospital visits coming, so I have to depend on somebody. Always has to be someone who has to come with me along. So that um, made me that the dialysis will not lead me for a long. And there is a lot of problem is that there is getting infection when you go through the dialysis process. It's also the bad side effects of the dialysis. And once you get infected, then even if you go for a transplant, the chances is always 50-50.
oh,
So rather than opting for a dialysis, I prefer because of my little bit of knowledge. So then my doctors also suggested me that it's better going for the transplant is better an idea than going for a dialysis for a longer period.
oh.
So that's how I concluded that, that was my experience after the operation was also, then I thought, okay, I can lead a normal life once the operation has been done. After 3 to 6 months period of, the taking care of the thing. Then I can also go for my work. Then I can support my family. I can, I can have any kind of food then, because prior to that there is a lot of restrictions for food. You cannot have this. You cannot have that.
Yeah.
So after the operations, the food removal restrictions has gone. I can travel. I can drive. So a lot of activities I can do. Because prior to that, you are feeling tired. You can't do anything. And if you once you go for the dialysis, also, it's, after dialysis, you're as as a dead person, you can go for any other job.
Mm.
Doing dialysis and going for a job is different.
Yeah.
So that was my experience. So that's what I thought of. Once I go through the operations, I will feel more energetic and support my family.
So you received an organ through the waiting list, or was it a? How did you receive your organ?
Yeah, I received, that time my doctor gave me a letter which I have published. In my state, it is that okay, but if I would have been in Maharashtra, then the case would have been different, because here only relative donor and cadaver transplant.
Okay.
So in my case, my relative, there was no relative donor. So when I went to Kerala, the government is not that stringent,
Oh.
but they go through the government process only.
Okay.
So they have given me a letter which I have published in the newspaper. So that's how I got the donors.
Okay.
So then I interviewed them. I met them personally. Then I find out that who is genuine. So then I have to match my blood group also.
Yes.
So that's how I was able to find out my right candidate for my matching my blood group. So that's how I got my transplant.
Okay. Uh, so people often say that family is our biggest strength when life throws troubles at us. So what were their thoughts about organ
Yes, yes.
donation? Uh, how did they cope during your journey?
No, my family's initial reaction was very positive approach. They helped me a lot. They supported me a lot. So they came along with me. They have given me enough support. They took me to the patient, the persons who have already undergone the operations. So that helped me, and I talked with them. So that gave me more, the positive approach. I was also happy. Okay, even after the operations, there are the chances of successful. You can lead a normal life. So my friends also supported me, my family, my wife, everyone supported me a lot.
That,
So they came across me, helped me a lot. Yeah, there is a lot of paperwork in this. You
oh,
have to make a complete file.
okay.
So that is the process. So in our state, it's like that. Myself, and person who is the donor, the kidney donor. So you have to go through all the police verification process. Then the government level process you have to do. So then there will be a last final stage of interview with the government, advocate, the doctors, and all. So then you can to conclude and that this donor is, the government will give the approval. Once that is been done, so on all those cases, my family supported me a lot, going through all this process with along with me. My friends supported me to meet these police persons. You have to get the sanctions from the superintendent of police of that district. There is a lot of government procedures were there to follow. Go to the police stations, verifications. That this the donor doesn't have any criminal background, or
Oh, okay.
all those verifications. So in
So
that, my friends and family supported me a lot.
Okay. So why do
Without
you?
that, I cannot go alone and find all this.
Yeah, definitely. So why do you think there are like
Yes.
so much of paperwork and like so much of government procedures involved in this process?
Because there is a lot of fraudulent activities going on. You
Okay.
know, many people, the buying kidneys, where are the financial affairs are there.
Yeah.
So that's where the government is putting a lot of restrictions. So if you go for more and more, if you find the voluntary donations, then it's good.
Hmm.
Cadaver transplantation and the relative donor transplantation is the option currently is available. But both are very difficult to get.
Hmm.
Getting the sanction, I mean, making them the relatives understood that this is a process. So sometimes the relatives will not come across. They are not able to understand the function of the patient, even though it is from the same family. The cadaver also is problem once the accident has been done, or the doctor has been declared that this patient is already dead, and making their relatives, to understand them that they have to donate, you can donate for give life to support life to
Yeah.
others, and give life to them to others. So that process also takes place a long time. As the cadaver transplant has to be done within the process of six hours.
Hmm.
So in that process, making the relatives understanding them that the cadaver transplant it helps other people's, you can say, life of others. So making them understand itself, it will take a lot of time. By the time
Yeah.
you will lose time to go for cadaver transplant.
Exactly. So why do you think people hesitate so much to donate organs, or to even like why do you think people in our country especially, the mindset is so different and people are so ignorant? Why do you think so?
Many people still believe they think that it will not come to them or it will not come to their family.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the biggest problem. See, it will not happen to me, so then why should I bother?
Exactly.
So if it is happening to the neighbors, so why should I bother?
Exactly.
This mindset of the people has to be changed.
Yeah.
That that constant making them awareness, that giving more public awareness is what we can do the most. So once that awareness comes in the public, then you will have the process more and more easy.
Mm.
Currently, the demand, as is the demand and supply. The demand is more, the supply is less.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that is getting the supply is a tedious process. People are not understanding that
Mm-hmm.
even if you can survive with one kidney, or even if you survive with other organ transplant also, even if it's a small part of it, also you can survive. So those awareness, that has to come process. Lack of awareness is the main issue in
Exactly.
this country.
Yeah. We often, like at IGF Life, when we talk to people, we often try to tell them that you are thinking that it's happening to somebody else, but what if somebody from your family someday
Hmm.
needs an organ? I mean, then would you refuse to take it, or would you hesitate as much as you're hesitating to give? I mean, you can
Yeah.
save, one can save a life by donating their organs, by pledging their organs. And it's not, a lot of people hesitate talking about it because it involves talking about somebody after somebody's gone or after they're dead. So did you, as you said, you had a little bit, because you were from the pharmaceutical background, you had a little bit of information about organ donation. But in your family, was there an open conversation about organ donation before your experience?
No, not much, not much. Only after my experience, my family also started talking about it.
Oh.
Now they are been aware now. So they themselves come across if any kind of patients are there. They themselves give a lot of information. And now the awareness is there within my family currently. Earlier it was not.
So as you mentioned, you spoke to a lot of people, a few people who had undergone an organ transplant. So did that help, like getting access to that kind of information about their experiences? Did that help reduce some of your fear and anxiety before your experience?
Yes, yes,
Listening.
yes, yes, very much, very much. Yeah, yeah. See, my anxiety. Once, see, the first problem, first issue is that we are almost worried, even after the transplant, it will be successful or not a successful transplant. That is where there is always a 50-50 chance. If it is successful, then it's fine. Otherwise, there are a lot of risk is there, risk factors are there. So that was my biggest worry. Those risks, what is involved? Because I read a lot of through net, so I had the risk factors are there. So that risk factors has gone once I met these guys. Because after the successful transplant, they are leading absolutely a normal life. I also met a food vendor who was doing after the operations. He was selling the foods. He was continuing in the shop. So that given me a lot of positive approach towards the operation, going for the operation. Then I met with many other people also. So they also told me I have done my transplant has been done 5 years before, my transplant done 10 years before. I even met a person who was done 20 years before. 20 years before. So
Oh wow.
that gave me a lot of confidence. He has done from Apollo Chennai and he was working in Gulf. So he called me from Gulf and told me his about his experience.
Oh, okay.
So that helped me a lot. It given me a much boost, to go for the transplant directly.
So do you think, like, if you had the conversation about organ donation before your experience with your family relatives, would it have helped them also, cope with the fear and the worries that they had during your experience?
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, before before that they were not experienced because they have not come across. Once my case has been came only, they come across these kind of difficulties are there. There's a lot of food restrictions. You cannot have this. You cannot have that. So once they come across how difficult it is, to manage if some organ failure is there. So leading a life is very difficult. Even if one organ is having a problem. That experience, what they come across through me, that helped them a lot to understanding the organ failure. So that's how they come across.
So do they now see organ donation in a more positive light? That it's about saving somebody's life.
Yes, yes. Now, yeah, yes, yes, yes. They have already come across the possibility there. They simply even if there's someone approaches them, they call me, to give your guidance what you have gone through. So a lot of people through that way also connect me to my family because they give the support that you don't worry, you can have a successful transplant. Even if you come across such kind of situation in your life, it's not a biggest issue. You can come across, you can absolutely lead a normal life after the transplant. So that guidance now we can give freely because we have come across this.
Yeah. So throughout your journey, did you hear any myths or believe in any myths which you might have heard from your friends or family? Because in India, like religion and a lot of other factors influence our decision making. So did you hear any like myths? Could you give us some examples?
Basically, we don't find any myths in our place. So we nor any religious thoughts that you should not go come across. My experience was my family was having very positive. We did not come across or any such kind of myths or any kind of.
Okay.
the religious process.
I'm so
There's
glad
absolutely
that,
no problem. A lot of people come across even
yeah,
from all walks of life. Yeah.
yeah.
Because the state is Kerala, and it's not unlike other states. It's more educated, so it was rather easy to make them understand.
I'm so glad that your
That,
family
in
is
that way,
happy.
there was no myth or any, yeah, there was no problem as such.
Yeah, I'm so glad your family had such a positive outlook towards organ donation. They were so open, because we often hear so many myths from people like, mukti nahi milegi, or, if your body is not complete, you won't be accepted in heaven. And, we always try to tell them that it's about giving. It's about gifting somebody a new life. And, we also take out like our
Mm.
appendix or our tonsils. In that case, is your body incomplete? And we always try to explain
No,
to
no,
them. Yeah.
there is nothing that kind of, we should not come across that kind of thoughts at all. It is all, there is some authentic uh, religious gimmicks is this. But
Yeah.
in South, I don't, we don't come across such kind of, the religious that you don't have a organ. Absolutely, there is no issue.
Okay.
So in that way, it is more supportive towards the South.
Okay. So as you mentioned earlier, people hesitate a lot when it comes to donating organs. So how do you think this mindset can be changed?
First of all, the mindset has to be changed. The people's mindset has to be changed. Then we should, for that, you should give a proper campaign for how, even if you go for a organ transplant, thing will happen. It's always good that when you support someone else's life. So it's always, it's a good process. Then awareness of the public has to be done through public media also, wherein we can't find such kind of activities. And I also feel that the awareness campaign should start from the school level also, school and
Exactly.
college level also.
Exactly.
So from that level also, when the children are made aware that even if you go for a the organ donor or organ donation program, so nothing will happen to their body. You can absolutely live a normal life. So that campaign has to done from the school and college level. So once that they have grown up, they have been matured enough, comes to 30s and 40s. It is, you won't find much difficulty in making them understanding that even if they are having a relative or having this kind, they come across this kind of issue, they will voluntarily come forward for donations without any uh, tedious process. You cannot, you not have to break your head or waste your time, a lot of time to making them understanding that no, you come across, you come and donate. So those kind of, the time saving activities can be done if you done from the grassroots level.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that this should happen from the school level and the college level, so that the students and that level, the guys will understand more. So in that, you can also, it is easy for going for a campaign in school and college level also.
Mm-hmm.
Then the awareness problem campaign will be more successful rather than approaching at the corporate level directly.
So we at iGift Life, we always,
Then government also should ease the restrictions.
yeah, yeah.
Government also should ease the restrictions. They should also come across for more and more related donors. The paperwork should be reduced. More and more, the stringent paperwork takes a lot of time, 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
So this time can be reduced if the paperwork activities can be reduced from the government side.
Mm-hmm.
And that is also, it supports a lot for organ donors,
Mm-hmm.
because many people restrict themselves that I have to go all these process. Why should I break my head or I have to spend a lot of time for all this? So those stringent process has to be reduced. I mean, the paperwork should come, that will cut down the time period, so that you can go for more and more transplants.
Okay. So we at iGift Life, we always try to go to like colleges and school levels at first, and then try to go to corporates to spread information. We give them the basic facts about organ donation. We're not telling you go pledge or fill a form. We're just giving you the information, and we've seen that college students are very open to the idea, and they're very open to getting that kind of information, understanding it, and then making their decision if they want to in the future. So thank you. That suggestion was really,
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, so thank you so much for sharing your motivating story. I mean, I hope that by knowing about your experience, understanding how your family had such a positive outlook towards organ donation, more people are also motivated to understand and learn the facts about organ donation. So to end our interview, do you have any last
Yeah.
thoughts or a last message that you'd like to share to people?
Yeah, people should have, more and more people should come forward for this organ donation, so that the needy people who are there, they can save someone's life, by being more positive approaches towards the organ donation. They come from the, by that they can help the society also. The family members who are suffering, going through this kind of processes. So this is my, in short, the positive and humble approach to the human being. You can be saving a human life. So that humble approach has to come from the general public. So that's what I thought. I think this is, more and more people should be aware and they should come forward for this organ transplant.
That is a really important
Keeping
message.
aside all this
Yeah, that is a
myth and religious process aside.
yeah, definitely. I mean, in India, people take religion so seriously, and sometimes it it has a negative impact on decisions which can save somebody's life, give them a second chance. So your message
Yes.
is so important and so relevant. Thank you, sir, for taking the time out and sharing your experience and
Thank you,
talking to
man.
me.
Thank you, man.
Uh, I
Thank
hope
you.
you have a
God
nice
bless you.
day and take care.
Yes, yes. You are doing absolutely a wonderful job. So God bless you in all this process, whatever you are doing. So I'm absolutely happy to being a part of your interview.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much,
much.
sir. Thank you.